Hey everyone, we're the Note Ninjas. I'm Nicole the OT.
And I'm Stephanie the PT.
And today we are cooking. We're doing a no-bake recipe from Bake It Paleo. And the reason we're doing this is because not only is it a great activity to do with our patients, doing a no-bake activity versus a one that requires the oven and everything, but it's also a very healthy recipe. So instead of getting protein through those drinks that aren't very healthy for our patients, but we just want them to get that nutrition. This is a better alternative for them. So it's really a win-win. We can be educating our patient on the nutritional aspects of it, on the reason why they need more protein. And it's also nut free. You can make it nut free. So we have sunflower seed butter, but you can use almond butter or peanut butter, depending on your facility. But if you use the sunflower seed button, it actually would be great for kids as well, especially if you're bringing to school, because I know a lot of schools are like nut free now. So yeah, we're gonna get started. So what you need is we have a protein powder. So we recommend getting a high quality protein powder. This is chocolate True Vani. It's a plant-based protein. We have, so you're gonna do, let's see, how many cups? You want to do that?
Quarter of a
So
cup.
a quarter cup of this. Okay, so Stephanie's just gonna get that out into the bowl.
Go. Quarter of a cup of chocolate protein powder. Then we have a quarter of a cup of the cocoa. So another quarter of a cup.
This is not a cooking show, by the way. So.
Oh, definitely not. All right, quarter of a cup of the cocoa powder. And then it says an eighth of a cup of salt.
Yes.
A teaspoon of salt.
So we're just gonna do a little grinding here. We're not measuring that out, but I think that's good enough. Okay, and then we're gonna mix that up. I will be the mixer.
Mix the 3 dry ingredients first.
So of course, meal prep is great for any of our occupational therapy or physical therapy patients. You know, we could be working on standing endurance, some hand function, fine motor skills. You know, we're opening containers. We're doing.
You can have them walk to get the ingredients, maybe pivoting from counter to counter, depending on what you're working on.
Cognitive skills, a recipe. But once again, it's no bake, so it's, you know, maybe a safer alternative. All right, so as you could see, it's a little bit more, that was pretty easy mixing. All right, so we did the dry ingredients, and now we're gonna add the wet ingredients, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so we need should we do this? Doesn't matter. All right, we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, so 1 teaspoon of vanilla. All right, and then we are going to do a half cup of our whatever peanut butter, nut butter, non-nut butter that you're, whatever you decide on. So I'm going to use a little spatula. It's a little bit easier. This is nice and oily, so it's good.
Definitely easier.
It smells really good while you're making it too. Peanut butter and chocolate. I mean, like, name a better combo.
I can't wait to have it.
Yeah, is that enough? Should we do? We'll top it off a little bit more. Comment below if you'd like us to do more of these. All right. All right, and then we're going to mix it up.
So then you do add water. It says in the recipe 3 tablespoons, but then it says add it to the consistency that you want. So we just put some water in here that we can just add as we go.
Okay.
Until it's the right consistency.
Yeah, so I think we'll add a little bit at a time.
And it did say you're going to have to use your hands to knead it a little bit too, probably.
Yeah, we're definitely going to need it. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the peanut butter. The nut butter is, or non-nut butter.
Worth it.
It's a little sticky. Okay, do you want to knead it? Oh, I'll knead it. All right, I'll knead it.
She's the cooker.
Okay. So I'm kneading it. I like this bowl. It has a nice handle on it. Okay. So you could do it with one hand. I'm just kneading it with one hand. Okay. I think it's good. What do you think? What do you think? We got a ball of protein. Okay. So I'm trying to get up all the edges there. Okay. But
And
I
then
think it's
just
good.
write what you do. Remember in your documentation that you don't have to write every step of what we're doing, all the ingredients going in. You just have to say that you worked on a baking activity and what skills you really wanted to address. We always pick like maybe 2 or 3 skills it's addressing. You don't have to do like all 10 of them. You know, if it's for cognitive sequencing, hands, balance, whatever it is, whatever you're really focusing on and how you are helping the patient or progressing or modifying it during the activity.
Yeah, remember, you're not rewriting the recipe in your documentation. That's not what the treatment is about. The treatment is about the skill that you're providing, the skill that you're doing with your patient. All right, so Stephanie's gonna bring a little baking sheet over with tin foil, and
I just put that on.
yeah, you put that on. Did you spray it?
No.
Do we just spray
I don't
it?
think so.
Okay, we won't spray it. I guess you could. I don't know.
And then so remember, this is no bake, so it really doesn't matter if they're the right size either. It could all be different sizes if you want. But I mean, I would make them like so you can just pop them in. That's my point, to just pop in a little chocolate protein ball.
My hands are
like that's a little big.
Is it okay? Well, I'll make the next one
small
smaller. I'll make the next one smaller. Okay, so now we're just rolling. So this is such good activity for your hand function. So
then you would roll these. Then you would put them in the freezer for 30 minutes, and then it would be all done. So after that, I would move them into the refrigerator. I think it says in the refrigerator they're good for a week, and if you keep them frozen, 2 weeks or so. So it's just something to remember. What we might try, but we're not going to be able to do this on the video, is you can just eat them like this, which is normally what I would do. But if you really wanted to get creative, or becomes a bake part. But if you take chocolate, I will tell you how much. If you take 3 to 4 ounces of dark chocolate and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil and melt it, you can roll these protein balls in it so it has a nice chocolate covering at the end. So you would put them in the freezer for the 30 minutes first, make sure they're frozen, and then you can roll them with like a top covering of dark chocolate. So it makes it a little bit cooked. You don't have to do that with your patients. They taste perfectly fine like this. But if you want to add that little extra something, which I love a good dark chocolate covering on my protein balls, that's just another little extra step you could do if you'd like.
They smell like brownies, honestly. So they smell very good.
I'm really excited.
Definitely a better alternative to whatever else is out there. You know, those drinks, we won't mention any names, but I'm sure you all know what we're talking about. If you are in a assisted living or a SNF.
They always give you always want like a dessert or something. Like, why are you going to give somebody a brownie every day or a cookie every day? This is going to keep their energy level up, help them heal, keep their brain function. Like, it's just so much better, and it's seriously just as good. And you can make a ton of them and then have them.
And this took less than 10 minutes. Obviously, if you're working with a patient as a treatment, it might take them a little bit longer, but it is a great activity that you can finish during the treatment session. So this is kind of how it turns out. So we are going to put them in the fridge, right?
Freezer.
And the freezer, sorry. The freezer, and yeah, that's it.
Make sure to follow us at the Note Ninjas for more treatment ideas and documentation tips.